Fuck yeah.
What up? We back with another season, Sharpside Sessions Season 2, presented by Pop House, Variance Magazine, D-Frint, Ghost Cat Productions. And what better way to start it off with two Tulsa pioneers, Steph Simon and Tone from No Parking Studios. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Honored to have y'all here. So, y'all known each other since childhood, right?
Yeah.
Y'all go way back. Y'all both executive producers for Fire in Little Africa, Dreamland, and No Parking Studios. I honestly don't even know where to start with y'all. There's so much to get into in so little time, but I guess where I want to dive in is y'all's friendship. If one of y'all want to talk about that.
I mean, we've been knowing each other since, man, we've been knowing each other so long, I don't know when we met.
Yeah, for real.
We just, people always ask us how we met or how we know each other, and we went to the same church growing up. And I think it's a good point to kind of throw in right here to say, like, we went to a real church, like a good church. So we just had like a lot of people that we went to that church with, we still cool with. So They just made sure we was all like real close knit and like a family. So
yeah, our parents was friends. And that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all the parents was friends that went to that church, you know what I'm saying? It was called Hope of Glory at the Thomas Praise Center, Family Church. We shot a video in front of it, a silver and gold video that we rapping in front of the church. But we was in the children's church, you know what I'm saying? 7 brothers.
5 brothers,
5
2
brothers,
sisters.
2 sisters,
Yeah.
big family. Everybody want to go to his house after church, you know what I'm saying, or come to mine. And we just met. I always tell the story we met off Master P. Make him say,
In church.
I always, like, that's a reference that I remember in my brain, is I was rapping it, and like, he started rapping it, and he rapped it like next verse. And I was like, okay, yo, like that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but come to find out, like his parents and my parents been knowing each other. Then we, like I said, like our brothers, like them was our brothers. Everybody we was them sisters. Everybody we was at church with to this day. Yeah. It was a real community, like real community church in North Tulsa. So.
And I will say, I think that's how we able to like build community.
Yeah.
Because it comes from there.
Right.
I was about to say that was a common theme of last season's Sharpside Sessions, was that everybody had a foundation at some point in the church or where they started music, or at least getting to know how things operate at that level. So yeah, real interesting. One thing that I love about y'all and I really admire about y'all is that y'all haven't thought of ways of like, how do we get the coast to look at us, or how do we become more like what's happening in New York or California or Atlanta, nothing like that. You guys are really pioneered the way of like, we are our own culture and creating that, and not only doing that, but showing the blueprint and inviting more people and bringing up more people, and which kind of leads me to segue to Dreamland. When did that start? When did Dreamland start?
Man, it started 2016 as World Culture Music Festival. I always gotta make sure people don't forget that. And it really, 2014 Complex Music and Arts Festival was my first crack at a festival, and then that fell apart. And then me and Tone started a t-shirt brand called Tulsa World. And people thought we worked for the newspaper and stuff like that back then. And then the 1-year anniversary of really like pushing them tees consistently, we really pushed them tees hard. And the 1-year anniversary, we all linked up together, me, Tone, Verse, Paid, Keno, Track, Ando, Keezy. We all like really like sat down and was like, man, Keno had World Culture Music. That was his brand. That was his slogan. But we had Tulsa World. We was like, let's just, you know what I'm saying, merge. And I was like, man, I'm gonna throw another festival. I'm gonna try to throw another festival. Complex Music and Art Festival was at the Yeti only. It was like the first Man, the Yeti wasn't even a year in at the time. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say I went to the first one. Was it Sound Pony, maybe?
First World Culture was at Sound
I was
Pony.
there. That's crazy. Yeah. That was one of the first deals. Like, I do events now, and that was the first one where I'm like, I didn't know you could do stuff like this. You know, straight up.
That was the aesthetic. So when we named it World Culture Music Festival, nobody really knew what it was. It was just that that name just sound big. So nobody could just, and I was happy about that. Couldn't nobody like put it on anybody. It was like, this is just like another Mayfair. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could put no face to it, and sometimes that's a gift out here. Right. Sometimes people don't really want to know who behind it. They just wanna go. So I didn't let nobody know it was us. It was just talking to people on the internet.
Well, you make it about everybody else too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
involving so many different people, and nobody knew who was behind it. And I'm at my computer at work, just using pronunciation and just really talking as proper as I can. And no AI, you know what I'm saying? I needed it at the time so bad. And I'm just making sure I'm sounding like legit so people will believe it. You know what I'm saying? And I got with Jake Beeson. He do all the murals out here. He made an official flyer. I was like, man, make it look like Rolling Loud. Just put everybody's names, you know what I'm saying? Throw my name on there, throw everybody on there. And we dropped it on April Fools. I'm super with like psychology and stuff like that. I dropped it on April Fools on purpose. Nobody knew if it was real or not. And it just like, it went viral and people showed up. And that was only like a month. That first year was like a month planning. It wasn't even. It was, man. It wasn't even a year like the rest of them. We planned for eight months to, you know what I'm saying, at least 8 months out. And man, it was free, of course, but it was like 2,000 people just outside everywhere, just stuffed in these bars, man. And it was beautiful. But that was 2016.
Maybe I'm speaking a little bit of ignorance, but I grew up in Tulsa, and so like I can't say ever since I've been to that, I started seeing a lot more local people trying to do their own thing, like trying to curate certain experiences.
Yeah, for sure. Especially festivals. I'm 100% the spark that.
Yeah, I don't know anybody really doing festivals. Yeah,
and trying to like get festivals off the ground. I love it, but you know what I'm saying. I love seeing it, but it makes ours grow. You know what I'm saying. The more people keep trying to do. Because some people just don't do it like us.
We can circle back around to it too, but like, what's in store for Dreamland 2024?
I want it to be as big as possible. I'm a big Essence Festival, South by Southwest Festival, Afro Punk. Like I want people to come here. I want people to come to Tulsa. It's a lot. It's just like people go to Bourbon Street or Canal Street or 6th Street in Austin. Like I want people to come spend a week here, no matter who is on the bill. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it to that point to where people, it's just engraved in people's brains that we got to go to Tulsa this weekend. And once I get a set weekend and get the product articulated correctly, that'll happen. So I'm looking forward to working on that.
I always people always ask like, what are you going to be doing in 5 years, or what do you see Roses or some certain events I do in 5 years? And it's like, you know, the most important one right now is the next one, and I can't think too far. So even with saying that, like, where do you see Dreamland in 5-10 years?
Man, I just want to get it to year 10. When I started it, I was like, get it to year 10. You know what I'm saying? It's the same age as my daughter when she's 9. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy watching it. We was just talking about the festival, me and Chris. We like, damn, we've been doing this for 8 years. Like, it fly by. But I really just want to get it to year 10. I always add to it, add a new element. I plan for the new element the year out, so I'm not like scrambling. When the next year come, I know what I'm adding. You know what I'm saying? So I always add a new level to it. When we met at the thing at the Heads, just adding I wanted a fashion show last year. So I'm trying to add a fashion show element to it. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting it's footage out there. I want a Ferris wheel. I can't wait to have until I get a Ferris wheel and a blimp Like, it's so much stuff I want to add to. Like,
Seems attainable right
I
now.
want to go crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
For you.
it's footage out there. Me hollering at a camera talking about it ain't made it till we got a Ferris wheel out there. So it's so much stuff I got in store for it. But I just want to get it to year 10 right now.
Holler me on the fashion show stuff.
No,
Bro.
for
I can
sure.
help organize that.
For sure.
Speaking of fashion, segueing to Steph's shoes, the No Parking Studio Customs.
My favorite.
Tone, I think it's fascinating how you've been able to, segue from music to art so naturally, and you haven't been doing the art stuff too long, right?
Not too long.
Lies.
You always say this.
Lies. But go ahead. We'll pick
Every
up on
kid
it.
doodled, man.
Nah, bro.
I always say I started it.
Church.
Yeah,
He be drawing in Bibles. And back when we was kids,
we was bored at church,
He was
so I was
drawing
just doodling
in
stuff.
on the walls at the pews. He was drawing. His room on 42nd Street, it used to be a garage. Like every black person to turn their garage into a third room. So it's just wood, and it's just comics covering the whole wall. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
And
thing, bro. I got 5 brothers, so
all y'all,
three
but
of my
still,
brothers,
everybody,
two
though.
of my big brothers, they can draw
They
like
draw too.
perfect. So like growing
been
up in my
doing it.
room, that's what my brothers had. Like they would. My brother Alton, I'll never forget. He drew this like city with these low riders in front of these buildings, and that was on my wall growing up.
And if you look at his art, it look like cities, and you know what I'm saying. It ain't far off. The inspiration been there
It's just
from me, and I'm gonna be here to tell people that as long as we here.
What does your inspiration derive from? Is it more just like natural, just you doing your thing, or do you see other artists and want to draw?
Nah, honestly, bro, it started because I always been in like I grew up in hip hop, but at the same time, man, like I'm that person that will watch the Louis Vuitton fashion show, just because I want to see different inspiration and stuff. And I always been like that. But as I got older and like I said, I was doing music, it's funny because I felt boxed in with music. And when I started picking up like the visual art side of things, it just really expanded it. Like what I could do, whether it's clothes, whether it's like anything. And then you would meet people like Tyler, like all these great artists, and it would just be like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I wouldn't have met this person, and it keeps going up, up. So that's all it was, man. And that's what's so crazy. People don't understand, man. I just jumped into art out of boredom, and like my first show, shout out to Black Moon, man. I sold a piece, and I was like, whoa, people really will buy these kitty drawings that I still draw. Like it kind of made me like, dang, like it is something there. Now, given after that, I didn't sell a piece for 2 years after that. So I had to really show that I was committed to it. So that's what that whole 2-year span was, me just staying committed. And like, that's all it was, man.
That's such a valuable lesson, especially for Tulsa artists. I feel like there's that need to want that immediate satisfaction of appreciation through finances, which is, understandable. And like, but at the same time, sometimes you got to really put in that work, and not only put in that work, but show gratitude, appreciation, show face at other people's stuff, and give like them a space to, meet you as a person, and then fall in love with your art secondhand. But yeah, everything that you guys do has to do with the other, and that's like whether it's from No Parking Studios to Fire with Africa to Dreamland to whatever other ventures y'all do. Man,
We talk about that all the time, actually.
Yeah.
Like, just with like the first person I call, like Charlie Wilson on the song, bro. You got to write a verse too.
that's incredible. I
what
haven't
I'm
got into
saying?
that yet.
It's just things like that, or he paint for the Grammys. You know what I'm saying?
How did that relationship come about,
With Charlie. Man, I've been trying to get Charlie on my album for a long time, and the opportunity presented itself when I knew his people, his management team will answer the phone if Motown called him. You know what I'm saying? So
He's incredible, bro. He still got it too.
yeah, for sure. So when Motown called, he answered, and they called me back. I was at Walmart, in the Walmart parking lot. And I was like, who? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, and I'm like, everybody get out the car. It's Charlie Wilson.
That ain't won't be getting out the car.
Like, everybody out. And we had to turn the album in like the next day. Send me the songs, send me a reference how to sing it. And I'm like, how to sing it? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Charlie Wilson.
Charlie Wilson. You tell me.
So,
Right.
Quick call and get off the phone. David Pullitz, I don't give a fuck what you doing right now.
Right.
Cancel the session. Send me the party playing stems right now. 2-piece. I don't give a fuck what you doing right now.
Right.
Send me a reference. I will write a fucking hook for Charlie Wilson right now. I don't give a fuck what you doing. Like I
Call the Avengers together.
I'm calling everybody. And I'm calling everybody and their mama like, stop what you're doing. Charlie Wilson just got off the phone. And I got his stem. I'm gonna get it tatted on me. The stems he sent, the waves. You know what I'm saying? I'm just cause the first rapper to have a record with Charlie Wilson. You know what I'm saying? That's huge, bro. It's crazy. So
We be having to tell ourselves every 3 months,
we
like,
be reminding ourselves, like, bro, we
that
got
was big. I don't care what nobody
we got
says.
so with Charlie Wilson. Like, we got so with Charlie, bro. Man, it ain't no sample. Like, we sample his song, but like he sent the vocal. I still got him. I still listen to the acapella vocals of it. And I just be like, dang, I wish we kept that part. Like we took a little, like he was doing my ad-libs and stuff like that. I got all of it in the Dropbox folder.
Charlie Wilson hot right now too. Didn't he just win an award?
He just got a star.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, he just got his star for Hollywood Walk of Fame. So it's just being a part of that. Like, you know, everybody want to be a part of something, but like we got a little bitty piece in that, you know what I'm saying, in that legacy. And shout out to the Gap Band too, because the family, we had to get clear. We had to clear that song. Ronnie Wilson was in hospice. He passed away probably a week after he cleared the party playing song.
Did he make the Final Africa album? Was Charlie Wilson, was that on that part of that? Okay, yeah.
So we couldn't release the video, and I was like, I knew he was like not doing well and stuff like that, and I was like, man, I don't want to bother this man.
Right.
This is Charlie's brother. I'm like, I don't want to bother him. How do I get this cleared though? And his wife met me on Greenwood and cleared it in his name and okayed it, and we got to put the song out, got to put the video out, and that was probably the toughest thing to do.
I was about to say, is that challenging learning all of those steps? Like, were you already aware of that business side of music, or was that an aspect where you like learning on the go?
Yeah, I was. I learned a lot more, but I knew we had to. I didn't know we had to clear his face and everybody's face on that mural that we shot the video for. And I didn't know it got that deep with likeness and stuff like that. And so that's something I picked up on. Just we really be doing a lot of illegal work out here as independent artists. Like, if you really want to get technical all the way down to it, you got to clear every little piece of thing. It made me like, it made me way more prepared to bring Rhapsody to Dreamland because of all the stuff I had to take care of for trial. I was like, man, if I can't bring Rhapsody, she demanded so much. And just as a Grammy Award winning artist, I was like, I know I ain't ready to work for it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Get like a Charlie, but like it just made me like know how to do stuff like a little bit more.
That's the whole feeder process to me was just the biggest. It was like we was in college, I felt like. And it felt like it was longer than it was, you know? Like the process was long, but it felt like we was doing it for 3 years. And like looking hindsight on it, it was just like school to me, man. Like,
it really was. It felt like a accelerated 4-year program in 2 years. Like every day, learning, syncing and clearances and percentages and just making sure, rereading contracts, making sure likeness going off favor.
Shout out View, man, because View, I will give View, you held it down through the process. View did a lot of work, like through the process. Chris too, but like on that end, the end that the artists don't want to work on, like the paperwork and all that. Chris and you
we would have got robbed. We would have got hold. We would have got all that you hear.
It would have happened.
Man, the industry is shady. Like all that shit would have happened if Chris, Turner, Cooper, Dr. View, these is, you know what I'm saying? These are college graduates that do the nerdy work that rappers don't want to do. And like I'm sitting there right there like, man, I want to learn. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn this shit. So every Zoom call, every conversation, like everything was just to where I wasn't even rapping that much. Like I wasn't even sitting back rapping, focusing on being a rapper that much. I was trying to learn this shit because I'm like, soon as this is over, I gotta learn. I know a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to withstand, because I know it wasn't gonna be forever. So it's and once it's done, it's done. It ain't no, all right, guys, great job, it's over with. Like it just fizzles out.
Is that Fire and Little Africa project something that's going to be revisited, and like y'all gonna run it back with another project, or?
I think if we wanted to, we'd just do it as a community. I want to add that.
Would you add like new faces, new artists?
Yeah, I would love to. I want to add the element of the recording day that we did at the mansion. I want to add that element into Dreamland Festival.
Did y'all make that a documentary?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So where everybody just comes and collaborates with each other, whether we make it a compilation or not. I think everybody just coming to collaborate with each other for one day, for one night, and seeing these songs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just from people that I bring from all over the place is just in here, you know what I'm saying, just working. So that is an element I want to just bring to Dreamland, not necessarily just dropping another Fila album, but really just collaborating. But so many people, like that Fila album has developed little crews and pockets of new faces that are starting their own like camps and stuff like that, which is dope to see out here. So
Yeah, I noticed that.
So yeah, the inspiration is there. People can act like it didn't exist because they weren't on it and they ain't happy about it, and it still rips people's souls to this day. But it happened.
Where who talk more?
Man, it's a it's
learning process for real.
It's a learning process. You always hear it and you see it, and just artists within the city, bro. I don't want to say no names or anything like that and get messy, but we be seeing it. It be slick talk, but it's over with. It happened. It's monumental. It's etched in stone. It's in the history books, and it did. Yeah,
we still making music. We still doing stuff.
It didn't make us. And we was popping way before Fila, and we was popping way. We gonna be popping way after. So.
All that hate won't get you far.
It won't, man, and that go for the people hating if you was on it or if you wasn't on it, bro. It's just you gotta keep working, bro. I want to do something bigger than Fila, just to let people know, just to remind people, you know what I'm saying, that we really them guys. So
I'm looking forward to it. Before we run out too time, I don't think we talked too much about No Parking Studios, Tones. If you could tell me about how that all came about.
Man, like I went took a vacation to Cancun, came back super inspired, didn't want to make any music about it, couldn't write a song about it, so I just literally started making paintings. And like I said, the more I was just stay focused on doing it, I would meet all the right people, all the people that I'm working with now on it. So it's just like, man, and my pops, he's a super, like I said, we met in the church. So my pops, he's super Christian, but he's always been trying to teach us about faith and all, like growing up. I got the concept, but I didn't get the concept until I started No Parking. Because every time I believed in something or wanted something or just anything, it would happen, or it would happen in a different way. So like I would tell my pops, like, this is real faith right here. You know, not like his was fake, but it made me a believer, you know. So yeah, the No Parking, man, and I get to work with some of the, like Tyler, Darren, Owen, like these are some of the best artists in the city. People, I think sometimes it gets to a point where No Parking is just moving so much, they don't really realize how all these people, I didn't grow up with none of these people. Like I met these people through relationships and through doing stuff. So the fact that we so close knit, that's how you just know how organic it is. And I'm gonna say one thing about my man Owen, man. I've been working with Owen for almost 5 years now. And I didn't even realize it until last year that he was rated like one of the top graphic designers in the world. And I've been running around with this dude doing stuff. He's been making us little week flyer. You know, when he makes a flyer, it's like, oh, thanks, bro. You know, and it's like, bro, I'm working. When I seen the award at his house, I'm like,
you playing with us.
Yeah, so it's just, man, it's an organic team. And I hope that the only thing I want to leave with No Parking is just people like building true relationships and true like friendships, and like you can work with your friends, and that's what keeps me sane, honestly. Working with them and working like with Steph in the world culture is like there are still good people in the community, and like we still trying to push, we all on the same agenda, if that makes sense. So that's the best thing about No Parking, man. It's endless, man. Like I want to make a brand that I can put just anything I wanted to do under, whether it's film, whether it's making shoes, a cup, anything, I can do it under No Parking. So that's the whole point of it.
Which is the dope thing about world culture music is we all have sub brands. You know what I'm saying? Paid films, Tone, No Parking, King Cut, Favorite and Flavor,
Keezy,
you know what I'm saying?
Barbershop, Underground, Stone Olympics.
Y'all's reach, y'all's frequency, y'all's wave, whatever it is, extends beyond the names.
We all got
you know, like Fire in Africa or No Parking Studios or Dreamland. It's about everybody that you guys have touched through inspiration.
Sure. It's honestly, to me, a gift and a curse. The curse part of it to me is that people just can't identify with one thing, you know, like we mess with them because of this. I'm gonna give an example, man. Recently this summer I started learning how to make beats. So I was like, I need a producer name, you know? So I'm gonna make my producer name Tony's Pizza. And now it's like, I have to slow down because I can see it being a whole like entity, you know? And I'm like, let me stop, because I gotta focus on No Parking, you know, or I gotta focus on Tone to make music. And so it's really like we have to practice restraint because I could come up with a new brand every day, I feel like, and I will never get nothing done.
We done learn how to grow that brand. Like it's like MCU, bro. Like we done created all these little. It's like the Marvel Avengers, and then it's like the Iron Man movie. Then it's way over here. You got the, you know what I'm saying, like Spider-Man way over here, and the Hulk, and we create all these little entities, and they all grow. You know what I'm saying? But it's Ando Tulsa Lines, Keezy, Indie Pot, like everything is under our umbrella, like pretty much like the imprint of what's cool. I feel like the best part of Tulsa goes through like world culture music's channels and or inspired by anyway, and I feel like that's cool. And I don't know, I haven't seen nothing like it. Especially we all still here, alive, still growing, and we teaching. We all teaching. You know what I'm saying? The younger generation to do it way better than us. So. And we also teaching them about y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all gonna be 18 once y'all get out of high school. Go holler at this person. Go holler at that person. These are, you know what I'm saying? These are the people.
I was just preaching this, man. I was like, there's certain people that are hot right now, and I was trying to tell somebody, I'm like, man, we're neglecting a certain crowd right now. There's like a 15, 16-year-old right now. 4 years is gonna be bigger than any name right now, and I think we all played a part in that. Man, I want to appreciate y'all for coming out. I admire y'all so much, and it's validating to just have y'all's presence on here for me. 2024, what can we expect? What's coming our way?
Man, so I'm working on a project, Route 66. It's called Fixture. Just an expansion on our neon stuff we wanted to do. So that project debuts March 30th at Lazar Imports. And it's just, I've always wanted to do an activation with like a auto shop or just a brand that we wouldn't normally work with. So this Route 66 project just made it all happen. And I just see like the centennial of that is coming up in 2026. So I just see the next 2 years of us just trying to really push that issue. And the music, man, I'm getting ready to, like I said, this Tony's Pizza thing. I got another EP I'm about to drop. I'm actually going to upload it today and drop the pre-order link today. And yeah, Tony's Pizza season 1 about to come out, man. And like I said, I had to practice real restraint with Tony's Pizza because I'm ready to run it off with stuff. So,
What about you, bro?
Man, Tulsa King, the album, you know what I'm saying? And TMC Records. I'm really just focusing on being a rapper. I haven't just been a rapper in a long time. Like I've been this utility belt, this Tulsa utility belt for so long that I'm really just dropping music this year. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shows. I got shows everywhere all year. I got a show. I got a big show every month. You know what I'm saying? All year. A lot of music. Tulsa King, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. TMC Records album with my student Sam McClain is coming out in April. I'm looking real forward to that, just to shock people on how great, like you said, this fine little Africa like template that I developed. I mastered it and like bestowed it on some kids that ain't never made music before. You know what I'm saying? Never made an album before, and it's like, and it's good. It ain't even good that it's the students like, oh, I'm gonna support these students. Like, nah, this shit hard. Like, and I'm looking forward to that. And really just dropping Tulsa King, man, more content. I'm learning the content internet world. I want to step my presence up. I've mastered the reality world, but it seemed like there's two different ones that you gotta like work these days. So I'm gonna do more on that side, and I'm about to rap, bro. I'm about to put pressure on everybody. I want to remind people, and I want to let the world. I want to see how far I can take it. You know,
It gave me chills, bro.
So,
if my vote for Tulsa King count towards anything, bro, you got it.
man, yeah, I got it, bro. It ain't Sylvester Stallone, and I love
That
Sylvester.
show, that show is trash.
And
Bro.
I love
I hated that fucking
Sylvester.
show.
I love Sylvester Stallone, but it ain't Sylvester, man. It's me. And we gonna
That's
let
right.
Sylvester know he gonna have to put me on the show,
Right.
or else, or you know what I'm saying. We gonna keep running.
Steph to come back
You
to
gotta
the
clear.
city.
You know what I'm saying. You gotta check in.
OKC only
You
got,
gotta check
you
in.
already ran them
So
off.
yeah, we gotta check in. And LA, I'm going to LA for 6 months. Oh, not 6 months.
Congrats on
6
that.
weeks. Going to LA for 6 weeks, and I'm just really going out there, just going crazy. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to hop on every song out there while I'm out there. 40 days. 40 days, 40 nights. So we outside, man. Real busy. Man, shout out to y'all, man. For real. I'm looking forward to it myself.
My man.
So I'm just trying to execute.
Well, that's it. Episode 1, Sharpside Sessions, Season 2. Tones, Steph Simon, D-Frint, Pop House, Ghost Cat Productions. I'm Sharpside Trent. Love y'all. Peace.
Homie, I got what it takes, so I gotta take it all back. I told him I need my pay, I need my 50 for tax.